Hi, this is Dimond and you are watching Salesforce Wrapper class example. I will explain Wrapper class with demonstrating multiple examples by creating visual force page and analyzing the controller. So to design Wrapper class, I have created one visual force page. Before that, I will give you one example how this wrapper class works. So for wrapper class, this is one row of record which contains one checkbox, one data types of number or string, and one account record. So wrapper class is nothing but the collection of different data types. So using this wrapper class data type, this is one kind of data type where multiple data type is combined together and you can utilize for different purposes. So for example, this is one wrapper class which access all the account records and display in page block table, where you can have the option for checkbox multiple, and also can associate multiple serial numbers to display the number of records serial number. So here you can see this org has only 23 records and each and every records have option to choose the checkboxes. Now we are going with the design. So to design this wrapper class, I have created one visual force page name as wrapper example, which associated with one controller as wrapper example, C wrapper example. So this is the class, and I am going to create one constructor for this class as public, this class name. Okay, now in this wrapper class, in this constructor, I might have to define some variables, but before that I am going to define the wrapper class for this class. So wrapper class is defined like this: class within class. So public class wrapper of account. So this class is defined like public class wrapper account checkbox, and you need to define some variables here. So within so this wrapper class is defined now. Now you are going to define different data types. So those different data types which will be combination, this wrapper class will be the combination of those different record types. So first I am going to define one boolean data type as checkbox, and it will have some get set to reference this checkbox into the page layout. Then I will have one public string my string. This will also be referenced, or you can say as SL number. This will also be referenced into the VF page. Then I will have another data type as public account as ACC. So this will also be referenced into the visual force page. So this wrapper class is combination of one checkbox, one string, and one account data type. So this is the collection data type for three different data types. Now for example, for address, the address data type is combination of string, pin number, which is number data type, and also pick list data type for state or country, those kind of. So that kind of data type you can refer here. So also you can refer select list, select option, so you can easily do that. So for I'll show that into next example also. So once the data type is defined here, then you need to define the constructor for this wrapper class. So public this constructor, so that it will help you to perform different operations. So this wrapper class is contains nothing into its constructor. So you can define the value for this wrapper so that whenever you will call this wrapper class, those values will be accessed, or you if when you define access this wrapper class into the page layout, these values will be accessed. So then I'm going to define another constructor as this boolean as checkbox, string as SL number, and account as account. Then I am going to define another constructor of kind of only string and account. So I'll explain that with ongoing. So these are the three different constructor you are using for this single wrapper class. So this wrapper class whenever will be used into the Visual Force page, you can access these variables easily, and whenever performing any operation using this wrapper class, you need to refer this constructor for that. So let me give you one quick example. Like for example, I am defining one list of wrapper class, wrapper data type. So this is the wrapper class data type where I have defined the class already here, and this is the this is the variable name as list wrapper, and it's get set. Okay, now I am going to define one memory into the constructor for this class. This is different class. So this is the wrapper class. You can separate it by like this. This is the comment out option. Now this is completely different. Now I am going to define some memory for this wrapper class as new list of this. Okay, so one memory has been allocated like this. So this is the data type which has been defined here. Now I'm going to define one list of account which will access all the records of account data type into this list, is equal to new list of account. Okay, and within this list you are going to perform an SQL query as select ID comma name comma account number comma active underscore C, all this comma priority underscore C from account. Now let's save it. Let's see if we are getting any error for different variables or not. Okay, it seems no such column. Priority. Okay, let's see. So the column name is customer priority. Okay, so we have the customer priority. Now let's try to save it. Let's see if we are getting any issue or error or not. So we can see there is no error. It has been saved successfully. Now we are going to run one for loop for this account as so for each and every account I am going to include this account with this wrapper class, but as we can see that there are two types of constructor which accessing the parameters accessing the parameter in its constructor. So these two constructor will have two different options. So for this I need to add them into the constructor like this. This dot checkbox. So this is the checkbox variable. So in this constructor, in this wrapper class, this variable will have the value passed from the constructor parameter is equal to C, and then this dot SL number is equal to S, this S, and this dot ACC is equal to A, this A. Now this is the same for this also, that it will have access the string and this, but you need to define the value for checkbox in this constructor also. So this is equal to false. So whenever you will pass the value in the constructor like S and A, then the checkbox value will always be false. But whenever you will pass the value for boolean, for the checkbox, string and account, then it will have all those values. So it would be like, first I am going to consider this. So I will access this list dot add, then wrapper class name as new wrapper class. So I am creating one record here of type wrapper class, and new this, and I'm going to use this constructor string and account. So string would be like, so I need to define the for loop in different way, like this: integer I is equal to 0, I less than this dot size, and I plus plus, so that I can use the value of I here. So for this I plus 1, okay, and it would be like string dot value of this. So first it would be I is equal to 0, then string dot value of, which will convert integer to string, and so this will have S. So whenever we will use this wrapper class, I will have this S value as I, and then account, this ACC. So ACCS dot, not dot, this I. So for loop first record it will access, and we try to save it. Okay, I need to add another. Oops, not here. Sorry, it would be this. Okay, because it's accessing the value from there. So I have the list of wrapper object here, and I have used getSet, so I can access them into the page block, into the page. So for that, first I am going to create apex page block. Before that I use the apex form. Okay, now in the apex page block I'm going to use apex page block table. Into the apex page block table, the value would be should be B capital. value should be this value, list of wrapper, and var would be w, so that I will have all the records of wrapper. Now I need to access these three variables into the page block. How we are going to do it? I am going to use apex column into the page block and header value as select. Okay, and here I'm going to use apex input checkbox. Okay, and in this input checkbox value would be w dot this checkbox. Let me give you the overview. So I can access this wrapper class, this variable, by referring as w dot this. Now if you try to save it, for all the records there will be one checkbox on the left column. Okay, you can see. Okay, so I have the checkbox. Now before that, before this column, I'm going to put as apex column, I'm going to use header class as SL number, and within this I'm going to use apex output text, and in this output text I will use w dot this SL number, so that you can see that this is the wrapper constructor we have used. Okay, so checkbox is always false, and I'll show you that how that works. And within this w dot this SL number. Okay, and we try to save it. Let's see what happened. Okay, you can see the SL number has come. No, not header value, it would be header value. Okay, and this is the SL number we have now. And next, if we try to save it, we have the SL number header now and all the values as. Now we are going to put number of columns as apex column value as w dot. Now this is the ACC variable, so ACC dot, then this column name, ID name, so I'm going to put name, the same for all. So name, this is account number, this is active, then customer priority, and at the end let me give you the email. So email, and I need to put email as well here. Okay, now we try to save. Okay, so we are getting one error as email. Okay, it should be email underscore C because it's custom field. So here email underscore C, and here also underscore C, and also we need to put some header value here as account name, then priority, then email, and we save it. Let's see what we get. We can see all the fields values as this. So this is the display which contains multiple type of data like string, checkbox, and these are the records, account records. So now if you go to this field and change this value as true and try to save it, so you can see that these fields also will be checked. So how does it working is like you have defined this constructor here and you are adding this record here into the list. So it's taking the string here and it's taking the account record here. So it will go for this wrapper constructor and we'll have this value and we'll have this value and this value as defined here, and the checkbox value will be defined here. So this is how it controls the value. Now if you put the criteria as, first you need to define one variable, boolean check is equal to true or is equal to false. Okay, now if dot customer priority is equal to high, then make this check value as is equal to true. Okay, and we are going to pass check in this field. So now constructor has changed like this. First is boolean, then string, then account. So it will go to this. So whatever value will be passed here will be displayed here. So now for each and every account which you are going to work, which are being iterated here, having customer priority is equal to high, then the wrapper class you are going to use will have the check is equal to true. Let's see if that works or not. Yes, you can see if priority is equal to high, then the checkbox is true, but for low or null you will not find that they are checked. Or if you define like this, that is equal to null, then it will be checked. Let's see if that works or not. No, that will not work. So you need to type as null. Yes, that worked. So you can see that the priority which having null will be false or true. Now if you perform the check as like this is equal to true and you made them as false, so this kind of operation you can perform. So remaining, so only those values will be selected which having priority is equal to not null. So you can see that all the values has been selected which having, so this kind of operation you can perform. Now you can use the same wrapper class later also. So for that, let me create another page which will have these values as. So let me create another page as. Okay, so this page has been created. Now I'm going to use the same controller as this. and one button will be placed here as Apex page block buttons, and Apex command button. So value as select, okay, and action as, so going to create another action as public reference redirect selected account. This is the method, and later we will define the return value. So here return null first. Okay, so this is the page block button, and it will have action as this. And this is for this page also. I'm going to associate the same controller here, and in this controller, in this page I'm going to create another checkbox, another wrapper class variable as list wrapper selected, okay, selected one, and I'm going to define the memory for this also. So this is how you define the memory, otherwise the variable will not be able to hold any value. Okay, now that is for constructor. Now you need to use the same variable for selected. Now run one for loop for this wrapper class variable like we use for account when we iterate through account list, and WRP and variable as this one, and for next if WRP dot checkbox is equal to true, then perform this operation, that insert these records into this list. So first define another list here, so that for each and every click it will have all the selected value again. So if you perform any another selection and click, then it will have only those selection which have newly selected. So this dot add WRP. So for those WRP selected will be added here. And now I am going to use the same WRP into this page. Okay. And once WRP added, you will be redirected to this another page. So first page reference dot page reference P is equal to page dot this page name. Okay, and set as return p and save it. Okay, now so it will return to the redirect you to the this page with the same controller and holding all the variables. So I first refresh this page and use the same VF page values for page block tables. And use the value as this one. Okay, and use this one as W1. And remove this one. Okay, now if we try to perform the operation here, so all the selected, if I click on select, it will redirect you to the pages which are where all the priorities are, all the records were selected, but the serial number is different because it will take only those values from the serial number. So you can also perform the same operation here to provide the serial number properly, like these dot add WRP. So rather than that, you better use the same serial number fetched from previously. Otherwise, you need to create another list and iterate the existing this list and put the serial number again one by one. And you need to extract the accounts from this WRP also. So that would be difficult also. So if you provide you the example like the previous as so I select serial number for 1 also, which was not previously selected, and if I click on select, then you can see the 1 also selected. Okay, which having priority. So this is how you can work using the selected accounts and different data types. So this is one example. So in our next slide you will find another example how to work using the wrapper class also. So let me give you another overview of this. Again, it's like you are defining the wrapper class for different data types and defining the constructor to add them for different purposes and display them into the VF page using this getSet method. Okay, so you will find the code into the description of this video so that you can download it and you can follow the video and view also.